All right, so here we are in the Ultimate Automation Challenge. Last time we actually implemented this oxalite refinery, but now I'm going to need to bring in my blueprint, which is the ranching setup 3.0, and what I need is a 16 by 16 block mined out. Now I already have a ranch down here that I've not done a whole lot with, but I have this perfect spot right over here where I can fit that. Didn't plan for it to work like this, but there's a great spot. Whoops, I am in debug mode. Let's turn that off. We need to build this for real. There we go. Now, if you look at my ranch over here, there's like critters that are glum and stuff. It just really isn't. I was trying to do too much in one spot. So we're gonna clean this up, make it a whole lot better. So I think what I'm, this is a good spot for it. It really is, right here. I just need to destroy everything and rebuild it. I've already got spots where I can ship in and I can ship out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give all of these critters a spot to go right up here. And this is a spot where I can wrangle them to, and they're just not going to be able to go anywhere. So I can just move my total ranch population and then destroy their home so that I can rebuild it. So I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to copy this. If you use this copy tool, it's really handy. You're going to get yourself stuck. And just like I thought you would, you got yourself stuck. Like it took 2 seconds. All right. Free yourself, Lurda. All right, so if I put this to a priority of 6 or whatever, we'll get that built up. We'll be able to drop them down there. They'll be nice and happy. Now, I have a ton of hatches. If we go down, way down here, besides this having some issues. Yeah, okay. If I go way, way, way down here, there should be a ton of hatches down here. Maybe. Unless they all died. That could definitely be true. There's only 2 of them in here. What? How big does that expand? I got some spots down here where I've got slicksters. I know I do a lot of flying around down here, and there's a boatload of carbon dioxide. Way too much carbon dioxide. Oh my gosh. These things, they just put off so much. It's ridiculous. I actually put this door here to kind of deal with some of the carbon dioxide. It's gassing me out. Like I'm having a hard time. All right, so do I have this built up? Yes. Okay, great. So what I want to do is move, not everything, but I'm going to move smooth hatch, hatching, stone hatchling, sage hatch, sage hatchling, hatch and hatchling. All of those are going to be moved up there. And then I'm just going to say auto wrangle everything in here. And then the great deconstruct will begin. Deconstruct all of this. We'll try to deconstruct that and that and that. And we'll deconstruct all of these buildings right here. We just don't need those. Don't need these wires. We can get rid of those. Probably going to need a ladder over here just to deconstruct that stuff. I know it's a little annoying, but whatever. And we're going to auto wrangle everything that's over 0, over 0. Deconstruct all of this. Just get rid of it. I will need a grooming station up here for these guys. There they go. Okay, so I have igneous rock and some sandstone up there. Let's take a look at how big this is. Nope, needs to be a little bit bigger. Pretty much going to take up this whole space as far as how big it is. So this is just going to have to be the new roof. So this should work out okay because I need to have basically a roof and then 3 tall. So I can kind of put that right there. Or maybe I take this whole thing and I mirror it. That might be the idea. That might be fun. Woo, laggy game. Come on now. Rather than a roof, I might have to just take this transit tube and move it up one tile. Which I do have the room for. It's not a big deal. There they go. There we go. The dupes are moving on up there. This is essentially the same thing as what we're going to build, but that's just not very fun looking, is it? So what I want to do is make this. So I want this here to be 5, like that. And then it's going to come up. And it's just going to continue on for a little while. I need to put a water lock here. There's just so much carbon dioxide. These slicksters down here are having a real good life, though. Look at them. Let's see if I can wrangle up any more of these guys. Where'd they go? Oh, there's none there. I guess those hatches went extinct. So we're going to put some ladders in there. And then we're going to build some tiles that go across. It's going to be like 4. And then that will be like so. And then because I can, we're going to put these storage guys in there. Do one of those. And I think I'm going to have a lot of these hatches down here. So I'm going to have a couple grooming stations just so that that can actually be processed a little bit faster to deliver down to them. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do that just yet. I will want some furniture down there just to kind of make things a little bit nicer. So I could do a little bit of that. Yeah, maybe a little bit of this. And I can spread those out like that and then put the sweeper in the middle. I need a conveyor loader and a receptacle down there. What am I doing over here? Why isn't that all right? Come on, game. Come on, game. Okay, so that's all just a little bit too high. That's what's up. So that actually works out pretty good then. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want that there. All right, so making some progress here. Trying to look at basically this picture, flip it, and also make it work on my base. I happen to have this like right where the top tile should be, so I'm not gonna have a roof. It's gonna be weird, but it'll work sort of. I think I gotta move this up actually. What are you guys doing? Why are you stuck? You guys, why'd you do this to yourselves? Lurda's been stuck over there for like cycles. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, let me copy that bad boy over there. Boom. Okay, good deal. Incubator, I'm gonna need an incubator. Granite. We're going to get rid of this piece. We don't need that. So what we want to put there is the door. There's like so much construction involved in this. It's crazy. Doing all sorts of crazy things like rerouting power. Oh man. It's like working in a 100-year-old mill. You gotta touch everything just to get the next piece of equipment to fit in there. How you guys doing up here? Y'all happy? Oh, look at them. Well, no, okay. They're not all happy. Some of them are happy. Some of them are glum. Gossman, you have one job. Just have to reroute all of this. There we go. Copy that so it does that number. Automation. We're going to have a critter sensor inside of here. There we go. We need a filter gate, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Filter gate. Ah, crap. It's so easy to just miss one tile. I'm making this out of insulated mafic. And that's what I have available, and it works pretty good. And then for the liquid tepidizer, we'll put that down there. Do I have the power wire connected? No, not yet. Apparently that's an unreachable build. No, 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 no. No, they're all escaping. Stop. Oh, no. Wrangle them. All right, just a couple more things to build right here. So the automation signal is going to go like this. I'm going to go ahead and put a little ladder right there. This doesn't need to be there. That needs to be a door. So before I have this set up, I'm going to need to use a bottle emptier up there to drop some water into that area. Or, you know, I could pump it up there, but I think the bottle emptier just works just fine. If I could find it. There it is, right in front of me. And you know what? We can kind of run through here too. I could just make this a door. That'll be just fine. That way I can go ahead and finish this off. Really? Really? How'd you end up in here? I swear, these duplicants just can't build a box. You can build anything, but you can't build a box. Okay, so we're getting closer to having this thing built. This one takes a while. A long while. Utilities, liquid tepidizer is going to go up in there. Conductive wires is now going to run. Hopefully I get some more iron ore built up. I did try to queue a bunch of it. We'll leave power alone for a little while. Tell you what, I'm going to move the debris into storage. We'll queue up a lot of this stuff because it doesn't need to be there. Can they just not get over this? Is that what it is? Why can't you move across this? See, now they can run across. It was just because that door was green or under construction or something. Weird. Alright, so I'm working through everything here, trying to get this set back up so that my dupes can very quickly get back to their cots at the end of the day, if they wanted to. Delivered the people already. Come on now. Is it because we can't get to it? It's probably because we can't get to it. Oh, I'll save my earballs. You know what? I could probably just do polluted water over here. And it'd be okay. I have some of it right down here that's ready to go. So I could just take care of that. Before I go and do this, I would need to get rid of this bit of automation there so I can open that door up and set it to open so that the water falls in. Good, I have more iron, so I can go ahead and set some of this stuff up. See if I could find that overlay. Yep, there it is. Now for me, I probably want to take the food and go somewhere else with it, because I have a spot where I can store all of that food. Alright, so in my base, I have a spot where I'm storing a lot of my food. So that is over here. So that would be this line that I would want to connect into. Luckily, I already have a big shipping line here. That's for coal. But I think I could just continue this. So then food comes out over there. So that'll be meat and it'll be omelets. So then this is going to be raw egg. And then if I had shell, I might want to put shell somewhere. But shell is actually running. So eggshell ends up there. Man, I don't know if I got enough metal for all of this. Okay, so that's where it's going to go, all the way over here. And then I have a receptacle down there, and that will be for shells. A lot of things to build. Now when it comes to power, it could pretty much just, you don't have to be too it's pretty simple actually. It should just go down here, down there, to that equipment, and then run up to it. The stuff can just be tied together like that. Those two are tied together. I think I'll just bridge on over that, like so. This is where I'll put the little power thing, so it just only charges that up. And right next to that is going to be the clock sensor. And then it runs automation to there. Yeah, a lot of background stuff going on. I need another receptacle up here though. So I think I want to go ahead and flip these so that the loader is on this side. And then it ships all the way up there. So I'll have to bridge on over that, just like so, and then connect it. That means it'll need power. So I can cancel this power wire. And only if I wanted to store stuff in here would I actually use this. I have an entire storage system down here that does a lot of that work for me. So I'm not too worried about that. Speaking of which, I do have an incubator down here that's just sucking away on the power. So I should go ahead and optimize that a little bit. Okay, so for this line here, that's going to be coal. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. That's where coal's going to get shipped out. Good luck keeping track of all of it. Madness! It's just absolute madness. What do I got for critter eggs? I got I guess you got an egg there. Just lots and lots of eggs. Alright, well, I've made some good progress so far. I need to go grab some lunch. Then I'll get back to it. Alright, so that was some good lunch. Had myself a chili dog with a side of chili. Very chilly on this chilly wintry day. I can feel it just trying to work its way through my veins right now. I don't know if that's a good thing. But as long as I don't eat it too often, I shouldn't die. Anyhow, yeah. All right, so I'm working on trying to get this thing set. Where did I leave off? Close. Just a little bit more. Right, we got some of these, we got some of those. Really just waiting for the dupes to make all the connections here. Come on, why are you guys sleeping on me? Beep's just hanging out in his exosuit, sleeping like he's pretending to be an astroneer. Alright, so to get water inside of here, it's probably the same thing I should have done down here. Maybe I can still mop. Nope, too much. Never mind, forget that one, but I can still get water in here. All I'm going to do is just do this number and then use a liquid valve to go up and into there. But yeah, I really should have just done that down here. Let's see if I can get this thing built up down here. Crap, I didn't want it to run. No, 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 turn it off. Ah! Not right off the bat, dupes. Come on now, you should know better than this. Oh my gosh, making a mess everywhere. Having issues with the liquid. Why so much? Why? It's because of all this stupid carbon dioxide just blowing all over my base. Disable these things. My gosh, they give off way too much carbon dioxide. It's ridiculous. I mean, look it up. I got 7.5 kilograms, and it's like everywhere. Literally just everywhere. Even this, I disable them, and they're still running around inside of them. Like, what? Come on! You know you guys could just take an exosuit and go into that room and get what you need, right? Like, that's what I want my dupes to do. Go run in here, grab what they need, and go out. Not avoid it altogether because they can't ever get through the checkpoints. I have the same sort of problems with sensors as well. Like these, for whatever reason, constantly flip on me. It should be above, not below. Above. If it goes above that temperature, then it exits the loop. See? It's exiting the loop. That's what it's supposed to do. Alright, quality of life for the next update. Hopefully that happens. Alright, so this should only be available for... Let's do 4% right here at the beginning of the cycle. Let's see how that works. Alright, how are we doing on this thing? Are we there yet? Come on. Okay, so now, what? You don't have power? Yeah, of course, nothing has power. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give that power. Try to get rid of some of these wires. There we go. So we're building up those wires. Not a big deal. Pretty simple. And we'll get rid of all the other wires here. Now, this isn't a very big transformer that I'm plugging into. But you know what? It should be okay for what we got going on here. Because once we get this thing powered up, it should be okay. And it's 960 watts, so as long as it's the only thing running, I think we should be all right. Let's take a look at this critter station I have down here. You can see that it's currently powered off. As it goes into the next cycle, what I'm hoping to see is that it will just be on for a little bit. Here, we'll go over to the power overlay. You can see that it could potentially draw 6,000 watts and explode these wires, but it usually doesn't. It's just plugged into all of these different sweeper arms. So they don't draw power all the time, just kind of when they're running. So what I want to see is that this thing will click on. So we draw some power in there. We fill up that battery. It should be enough time for somebody to come down here and kind of do what they need to do. And that's exactly what's happening. Ta-da! And then it'll run out of power. And I will not have used like a whole cycle's worth of juice just to incubate that egg. Now it may not be quite as efficient as using a little weight plate or whatever down there, but you know what? It's working out just fine. I don't really need a ton of long hair larva eggs. I can see I've got a lot of polluted oxygen rolling around again. I've also got a lot of chlorine that's kind of found its way down here. Yeah, oh well. Deconstruct all of this gas pipe. I just don't need this stuff. Try to get more into the habit of getting rid of old stuff you just don't need in the base. Fortunately, I've got like a lot of polluted water all of a sudden. Okay, so that's worked out. I just need to take this, plug it in, and it should be good to go. Get rid of these bridges over there. Oh, come on, game. I know, loading the next cycle. There you go. All right, so there we go. Now I can do this. What I want to do is let this thing run. Okay, maybe I just set it to 200 or something. Maybe 1,000. I don't want it to run too much and then like have it flood overnight, but I do want to get the water level up above the first layer here. So I could just seal this thing up at this point. There we go. And that is just going to be edible. And it's going to look for an omelet. It's going to be a critter egg. This is going to be consumable ore, so we're just looking for coal. And we got to feed these hatches something, so we'll have my dupes come on over here and dig this up. Get ourselves a whole bunch of igneous if we can. Okay, so for the critters down here, I'm just going to have hatch. We don't need a hatchling. Sage hatch, smooth hatch, rock hatch. Okay, so I've queued up all the different hatches to go down here. And for this to be auto-wrangled for all of them. So we're going to start moving them down there. This is already filled up, so I can just turn that off. You can see the temperature inside of there is real good. I'm going to put the priority lower on that so it does what it needs to do. We're going to incubate hatchling eggs. This is just going to have an active time. Usually works if we do 3%. I'll do it at 15. Okay, as far as the shipping is concerned, what else do we need to do here? This needs to be a cooking ingredient, and we can allow manual use for that. And that also means I can go on over here to wherever I do all the cooking, and I can disallow omelets, which I already have. Hey, there we go. Now the liquid pipes are cleared out. That's good. And the carbon dioxide down here is finally going down, so that's good as well. See if I can bring in a little bit more water before I do anything with this. This is going to be edible, and we're looking for meat. There we go. Now we're going to deliver all the hatches down there. And hopefully I can load this up with a bunch of igneous right there. Oh, that needs to be an egg. Critter egg. Hatchling egg. Smooth stone. Sage. There we go. And that needs to be a 4. There we go. Try to sweep those eggs up. See how many I actually have. Although I could just look over here. Hatch eggs, I got like 10 of them. So, igneous is going by pretty quick here. Really? Really, dupe? Alright, get yourself out of there. Oh, man. Alright, there we go. We're digging it up like crazy. At least there's a lot there. I don't know who my artist is, but man, they're terrible. Alright, finishing touches on this room right there. We're gonna put a pneumatic door on this side. Copy that up. Copy that one up and put it over there. Are they glum? They're glum, aren't they? Yeah, it's overcrowded. We'll get rid of that tile and that'll open it back up. And they won't have to be all glum about it. Hopefully this will empty pretty soon. Okay, I just got to connect the last bit of automation there. Then I copy this over. Copy that up. How about some better art? Maybe not have somebody who's terrible at doing art do art. Oh, buddy, here we go. Priorities. Nicola, you're about the only one that's good at art. I need to make sure that this is here so that the dupes don't accidentally fall down. And then that should be all good to go. I'm going to do all of that. Set it to 1 critter. There we go. So we can bring 1 in there if we need to get rid of it. Otherwise, not going to worry about it. I already have 18 down here. Hard to see them all, actually. Actually, here's a good idea. We can do this number. I can have igneous here, and I could have sandstone right next to it. And then I could just have a ladder that goes right across here. Or I could put a floor there, but... Oh, look at that. It's like a 1, 2, 3. We're coming up on 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha. I have 155 tons of coal. I need to make an industrial coal plant. Like, that would actually be pretty neat. Marie, did you step in some lava? I think you did. Take a moment to heal up. Okay, so the egg isn't being shipped away. Why is the egg not being shipped away? There we go. So now that's being shipped. And if we take a look at the conveyor, it's going to head all the way over here to the left. And then it should at least become part of this thing. I could set that to forever so that we just keep doing that thing. So I'm going to set these to sweep only so that they don't end up messing with the priorities of my storage system. So the same goes for, this storage bin right here, which is just going to be sandstone. So I have 2 sandstones and 2 igneous, and that's what I'm going to feed these guys down here. So it's going to be to sweep only, but they are going to be a high priority so that when I sweep it, I know where they're going to go. And then nothing else is going to be here. It's just going to be whatever. But I could say sweep, not mop, sweep to wherever you want to go, and then that'll happen. And they should hopefully find where it needs to go. And if the critters get hungry enough, it should give me an alarm over here on the left. Although, whether or not I'll see that, it's a good question. So, hang on, let me find the mineral. I could say sweep that. I can look for some more. Sweep. I could pretty much just say sweep all of this. Raw mineral. I can drop that and then hit sweep. Okay, so there's a lot of things that could be swept up around here. Oh my gosh, look at all the regolith. Is there any critter? Oh, there is a critter that'll eat regolith. Yeah. Haven't explored that little guy yet. I don't think any of them are still alive, but I'm sure we can find a way to get them back. All right, so there we have it. I now have this up and running. That's working out pretty good. Once these eggs hatch, I'm storing 24 of those. So that's going to be, it's going to be a lot of food once that happens. Okay, so one thing I want to put here is just an egg cracker. I just kind of want to, see how much food I can get out of this. I don't want to wait forever for this thing to finally, you know, start kicking out eggs. I'd rather they just break a couple eggs and, you know, move on with it. So we'll get that thing built up here. Look at all those eggs. All right, so I don't really need any long hairs. We'll get rid of the long hairs. Hatch eggs. No. We'll get rid of those too. We're going to set this to a lower priority than the incubator, which is already at a 6. So I suppose we could just set that to a 5. And that should work out. I'm going to have to design a more active coal generator. I have so much coal. Like, I might as well just make use of it. If you look at how much consumable ore I have on coal, it's 159 tons. Like, I could easily just have one running 24/7. I think. Pretty darn sure. I mean, it is just constantly shipping out more and more and more coal. I'm gonna have to do a video on industrial coal power. I think that'll work well. We can scrub the carbon dioxide. We can get some polluted dirt out of it. That'd be good. Man, I'm liking that idea. Yo, this egg cracker. All right, level 8. Let's get her done. All right, so here we go. We're gonna see some eggs start moving around. Hopefully they'll automatically be cooked. Let's just go ahead and not run this right now. All right, so what we should see here is we should see the raw eggs get put into there. We should see the shells get put into there. That's what I'm hoping to see. And all of this is going to come together right now when we got our room over here. We don't necessarily see the room, unfortunately, because of the way we removed that tile, but we did that so that we can stuff more and more hatches down there. They're a little bit glum because they're not being cared for. But I think overall, most of them are doing pretty good. Why is that genetic ooze? What's going on here? Did you break game? No, it's got the right. So there's 8 kilograms of it, and it's going up in temperature, and now we should see that it should drop out once we get above 75 degrees Celsius. There we have it. There goes some omelet. And that omelet is making its way back. Jumps on over the conveyor. And it keeps on going. Here we're going to jump on over some more stuff. Whoop! There it goes. And now it's over here where we store all of our food, which gets picked up and thrown inside of one of these refrigerators. Awesome. So it works out. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included, the Ultimate Automation Challenge. It seems like my biggest problem that I have now is that I need to start tapping some more power. I've got a huge power distribution block over here, but I've got more things plugged into it than I have feeding it, surprisingly. So I got to work on power a little bit more and generate more of that. There's a lot of opportunities to generate some more power, though. I still have a natural gas geyser up here that I'm not using, and a bunch of natural gas that's all being stored up down here that could be used. So a lot on the natural gas. Oh my gosh, look at how much I have. Power should not be a problem. I just need to build more. So I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. If I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar out.